Hello. The thumb is up. We are ready to go. Whatever time you may be watching this, Martin, how you doing?
Not bad, but I'm definitely putting Mickey Mouse a Mickey Mouse picture over your face. How you said it? Are you? Hello.
We are going to be watching 100 same body facts that they don't teach you in school.
How fast is a fart? Can you smell fear? And what was the best smelling poop you ever did? These are 100 insane facts about your body. Number 100. You can't tickle yourself. Go ahead, try it. It's impossible. Or at least impossible for most people. People with schizophrenia can actually tickle themselves with no problems. And that's because your brain knows exactly what's coming. When you try to tickle yourself, it already predicts the movement and simply cancels out the sensation. Your eyes are perpetually open while you're awake, and this means they're vulnerable to microabrasions from dust and other debris. And this is why the cornea has evolved to heal much faster than any other part of your body. If the rest of you could heal as fast as the cornea, even a gunshot wound would be fully healed in a matter of days.
Wow.
97. If you're on
That's
a
quite
diet,
good.
there is one place you won't be shedding fat. Your brain. That's right, the brain is around 60% fat, making it the fattiest organ in the human body. But unlike a cuddly physique, this is actually healthy fat full of energy and nutrients that the brain needs. Number 96.
It's weird, I never knew
the brain
that.
is also the hungriest part of the human body.
Oh,
It
I
needs
know
a lot of
this.
fuel to energize it.
You know, if
The
you think
brain
too much
runs
during the
on
day,
around
you burn
20
more
light
calories.
Okay.
Yeah, if you didn't know, the more active your brain is, the more calories you burn. It's weird.
Yeah, that's probably not going to be an issue for me.
power, which is enough to power a light bulb. Number 95. If you're used to pulling 18-hour marathon gaming sessions, you're at dire risk of Alzheimer's disease. While the brain is the most energy-hungry part of your body,
Wow.
it also needs the most rest to function properly. New research shows
Oh,
that
wow.
consistently
I need to
missing
sleep
out on
more.
quality sleep doesn't just make you tired. It can dramatically increase the odds of getting Alzheimer's. So next time you're tempted to game through the night, your future self might thank you for hitting pause.
Then again, some of the gamers I've seen that have done massive marathons that have been sat there have all suffered from deep vein thrombosis. The same thing that you get on planes
Yep.
when they're doing like stupid marathons.
Getting some rest. Number 94. Did you know that many ancient rulers were young because of how fast people died? Alexander the Great, for example, was 20 years old when he became king. Modern science tells us that the human brain develops from the back to the front, with the prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for decision-making, impulse control, and reasoning, being the last to fully mature, usually around the age of 25.
Just smacked myself with the
When you
microphone.
think about it, that explains a lot.
That was quite funny. I moved my hand and like nearly swallowed the microphone. I'll show you a magic trick you didn't know your body could do. Seven
Oh.
inch, 7 inch with a 3 inch girth.
So if we can take anything from the video, then your brain hasn't fully developed yet.
In history. Number 93. Some of you watching this remember when iPods were all the rage and could hold just over 100 songs. But even though the modern phone can hold millions of songs, nothing beats the storage capacity of Mother Nature. The human brain's storage capacity is incredible, estimated at
Isn't it
around
like-
2.5 million gigabytes. If
Wow.
you're like us,
They're
though,
2.5
about
terabytes.
1.8 million of those gigabytes are devoted entirely to anxiety. Number 92. If you're a
Useful memory storage.
regular person, your brain can move information at over 350 miles per hour. That's
Wow.
how you can react to a sudden loud noise, catch a falling object, or make split-second decisions without even thinking about it. Number 91. It's a long-running myth that you only use 10% of your brain. The average human utilizes all of their brain even while sleeping. Number 90.
Ooh,
Brains tend
never
to
knew
weigh
that.
around 3 pounds, and men tend to have larger brains than women. Brain freeze is a more accurate description than you might think. The cause is ingesting something cold enough to rapidly cool the top of your mouth. That cooling effect spreads upward toward the outer covering of the brain itself, known as the meninges. In response, blood vessels expand.
Who
to
names
warm
these
up,
things?
And it is this change in size that leads to an instant headache.
So when you have when you're having a stroke, it's because a blood vessel in your brain has closed. So you telling me that if a brain freeze opens up the blood vessels to get more blood going through, you're telling me that the best way to recover from a stroke is probably to give somebody brain freeze?
Or to get them to deep throat an ice lolly. Yeah.
Why are people not turning up with great big ice packs and just, oh, they're having a stroke, let's freeze their head?
Piece of brain tissue the size of a grain of sand can contain a staggering 1 billion synapses and 100,000 neurons. Number 87. It's common knowledge that everyone's poop stinks, except for newborns. The first 1 or 2 poops you ever took were probably the best smelling, This is because your stomach didn't have any gut bacteria inside of it yet. It's not until you started being fed that bacteria that colonized your intestines and made your poop smell. Number 86. The human tongue is covered in taste buds, but did you know newborns are packed with them? Babies have taste buds that can cover the tonsils and even the back of the throat.
That's
While you can
nuts.
taste- Number 84. Newborn babies can be born with breasts and even have breast milk. And no, it doesn't matter what the gender is. That's because the baby absorb a lot of estrogen from mom.
Look at the caption on the screen.
Which can wreak a little bit of havoc on their bodies. However, extra breast tissue will usually disappear in a matter of weeks. Newborn girls can even experience a miniature period. Number 83.
That's disturbing.
They tend to prefer to face right when lying on their back. Approximately 15% of newborns will face left when laid on their back, with all the rest choosing to face right instead. The bias will eventually disappear after a few months, but it's thought it could be related to people being predominantly right-handed. Number 82. A baby's brain will actually double in size in the very first year of life alone. This is why human children take such a long time to reach maturity versus other animals. It's to give the brain time to grow, and it was an evolutionary gamble that ended up paying off big time. Number 81. You probably feel like as you get older, you lost some sense of childlike wonder. That's because you're born with most of the neurons that your brain will ever have. And these neurons don't get replacement treatment after they die, like most human cells do. The older you get, the less creative you tend to be, as the total number of neurons in your brain shrinks.
That's nice to know.
Yeah, but I don't think it's necessarily true. I think people just either introverted or extroverted. If I was an introvert, which I am, and I spend a lot of time gaming, my time perception is going to pass a lot faster than somebody that goes out and does something different every day.
Well, according to this, you're going to get Alzheimer's anyway, so.
Brady, babies need
Sorry,
tons
Julio.
of between neurons to help them learn and develop intelligence quickly. But these connections will naturally get pruned over time to help a baby focus more on specific tasks. Number 79. Your brain has no pain receptors. That's why you can have brain surgery while remaining 100% awake. Number 7.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Have you seen it though? There was one operation where a guy had a brain tumor and they got him to play the guitar whilst he was having his brain operated on, and when he started playing a bit like weird, they knew that they was prodding the wrong side of his brain, so they stopped prodding that area and he went back to playing it normal.
Yeah, I've also said Hannibal Lecter.
Number 77. Despite additives, saliva is still 99% water, which is why it's so hard to produce saliva when you're dehydrated. Number 76.
That makes
Produce
sense.
about 40,000 liters of saliva over the course of your life. Or to put it another way, that's enough spit to fill roughly 500 bathtubs. Number 75.
Oh, God. It brings a whole new meaning to the spit you swallow.
I shouldn't know where we're going there with this video.
You make more saliva when you're standing than when you're lying down. No one is totally sure why, but experts think it might be tied to your sympathetic nervous system that controls the fight or flight response. Number 74. If your mouth is frequently wet, that is a good thing. That's because spit protects your delicate mucus membranes inside your mouth.
That was
from
deliberately
infection. The
graphicalized
enzyme
like that,
lysosome,
wasn't it?
found in saliva actually disintegrates most bacteria on contact. If you frequently experience dry mouth, you are actually at increased risk of infection and getting sick.
You hear that, ladies?
That's because saliva mixes with your food to make it easier for it to slip down your esophagus. And that's why when hospitals treat people suffering from extreme exposure, like lost hikers, they first hydrate them well before allowing them to eat anything. Number 72. Saliva is important for keeping your mouth at a healthy pH level, meaning it's not too acidic or basic. The saliva pH level ranges from 6.2 to 7.6, while a pool has a pH level of 7.2 to 7.8, preferring to be slightly more basic to prevent damage to pool infrastructure and your skin and eyes. Number 71.
That's nice of them.
Saliva production is a function of your autonomic nervous system, the part of your nervous system that triggers things automatically without you needing to think about them. Just like the beating of your heart or breathing, saliva production is automatic and usually in response to stimuli.
I know you're going to focus on the last one on that list. It's just you and.
Such as seeing food. Number 7. Police have been using fingerprints to link criminals to crime scenes for over 130 years. But did you know that your tongue print is just as unique as your fingerprint? The tongue has its own set of ridges, wrinkles, and patterns that are totally one of a kind, just like your fingerprints. Number 69. Your mouth is a crowded place, and it's
Does that look
not
any more
just your
dodgy?
tongue and teeth in there. In fact, there are more bacteria in your mouth right now than there are people living on Earth. Number 60.
That's weird.
Contrary to what you might have been told, your tongue doesn't really have specific zones for tasting salty, sweet, sour, or bitter. The tongue map is a myth. In reality, your taste buds can detect all flavors equally across the entire surface of your tongue. Your whole tongue is in on the flavor party. Number 67. If you're one of the extremely rare people on the planet that can eject spit from under the tongue, you just might be. Known as gleeking, these people can
I know people. I've met people that can do that. They just basically lift the top of the tongue and it sprays water out. There's two little, I don't know what it's called, but it's underneath your tongue. There's two little holes, and apparently you can utilize them to spit.
Project saliva from the glands under their tongue with significant force. Number 66. The brain may be one of the heaviest organs in the human body, but the heaviest organ by far is the skin.
Yeah.
As much as 16% of your total body weight can be just skin. Number 65.
It's
I'm glad you
interesting.
found that out.
Doesn't really pan out though if it was a fat one, does it? Bit of crackling.
Blushing is a common response to being teased or when you're romantically interested in someone. But did you know that when you blush, so do your guts? That's because when blood rushes to the skin in a blush response, it also rushes to the stomach lining as well. Number 64. Scientists think that blushing evolved as an involuntary response to certain social situations and was meant for communication. And it's not just humans. Chickens and birds can also blush, and scientists believe for the same reason. Number 62. Not all skin cells are the same though. In fact, there's multiple different types of skin cells. The main types are keratinocytes, which produce keratin and form most of the epidermis. Then there's melanocytes, which regulate skin color. Langerhans cells, which are part of the immune system and keep your skin healthy. And Merkel cells, responsible for feeling things like touch and temperature. Number 61. Melanin is produced by the skin and evolved to help humans avoid cancer by making us more resistant to the sun's UV rays. But it also gives
Tell that to ginger people.
color to people's hair and eyes, and it's believed to help regulate body temperature. Number 60. The average adult has about 2,800 square inches of skin, or 22 square feet. Number 59.
That's bizarre.
Every single minute, your skin sheds around 30,000 skin cells. Number 58. There's spiders crawling across almost every inch of your skin right this very second.
There is. I've seen this under a
technically
microscope.
Spiders. Demodex mites look like tiny worms but are actually related to arachnids and live in the pores of your skin. Number
Lovely.
57. Everyone around the world has these face mites, but people around the world have different types of them. Scientists can track where a person's from by the type of mites that inhabit them. Number 56. The reason you can't
That's made me feel a bit off.
Yeah. They're all over you. Don't worry about it.
feel these tiny arachnids crawling all over you is because they spend most of their life face down inside of your hair follicles. There they eat the sebum, the greasy oil your skin produces to protect itself. Number 55. If you're going mite hunting, then the best places to look at them are the greasiest spots, like around the eyes, nose, and mouth. Number 54. During the day, the bugs that inhabit your skin by the thousands stay tucked away safely inside the hair follicles, but at night is when they come out to play. While you're sleeping, your skin is getting swarmed with mites as they crawl all over you looking to mate. Number 53.
Nice.
After
This isn't making me feel any
mites
better.
retreat back to the hair follicle to lay their
There's just
eggs.
spiders.
Oh,
fuck.
come on.
Number
Just
52.
spiders sat on your face
All
fucking.
of this is grossing you out, and we've
Oh,
got
lovely.
bad news for you. It's impossible to get rid of your mite infestation because they live inside the pores of your body and you can't scrub them off even with soap. Number 51. Your immune system keeps the mites from getting too out of control though. Some mites can be a good thing as they help regulate bacteria on your skin, but too many of them can result in demodicosis. Number 50. Demodicosis occurs when a person's immune system can't keep up with the mites, leading to a literal infestation that sometimes can be seen with the naked eye.
Acne.
One scrape of the pores
I'm making
can
me itch
reveal
now.
dozens of the mites wriggling around.
I'm a bit itchy.
No. No, that's made me feel uncomfortable. I don't like stuff like
I
that.
wonder though, when you itch your face and then you pull your fingers away, I wonder if there's any of these spiders on the tips of your finger. I wonder if you got like a microscope and just like.
I mean, quite possible, but hopefully that hasn't made you feel too itchy, people.
The first part when it said how fast does a fart come out.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll find that out in part 2, I think.
If the video does well, we'll do a part 2, and if it does terrible, we'll just move on to a different subject. And on
Awesome.
that, I shall
See you
bid
later,
you
guys.
farewell. Bye bye.
Bye bye.